Alright, so what's up everybody? This is a recap, a general recap over Season 6, Episode 4, What Kate Does. On the beginning of this episode, Sayid wakes up and says, "What happened?" And the John Lennon looking guy, I think he looks like John Lennon, goes and talks to the, I'm guessing the overseer of the temple, and he tells him he's awake. I love Hurley. He comes up to him, "It worked?" And he says, "Dude, you're okay." I love Hurley. When Jack asks Miles to go and get water for Sayid, Miles looks, he's got a weird look on his face. I wonder if he's hearing things or what's going on inside that. I liked what Sawyer told Kate. He says, "Of course he's okay. He's an Iraqi torturer that kills little kids. He definitely needs another go around." That was a great part. I laughed when I heard that. So Kate hijacks a cab, and who's in the back seat with her? Claire. And I was pretty excited about that. Of course, she's pregnant again in this one, and Kate just really don't care. She just wants to get away. Stupid cab driver left that poor pregnant lady in the back when he jumped out at the traffic light. Thought that was pretty mean of him. And then Kate just tells Claire, you know, she won't even let her have her purse or her suitcase. She just tells her to get out of the car. Man, she's ruthless. So Sayid asks, "Who are these people? What do they want?" And Hurley, man, Hurley was great in this episode. He says, "It's the others, dude. They conned us. Again." Okay, so the kung fu looking guy in John Lennon wants to take Sayid back into the temple, and they want to talk to him. And of course Jack, you know, he wants to go with him, make sure everything's okay. But of course they won't let him go in. They say, you know, if you let us do this, we will let you answer any questions that you want. And you know, Jack says, "I don't think you're wanting to answer any of my questions." And then they go to grab Sayid, and of course Jack's a really good friend to all these people, pretty much. I mean, he tries to defend his friends, he tries to fight, you know, and ends up. And then what does Sawyer do? Come in, he shoots and fires. John Lennon guy comes out, tries to tell him, you know, he doesn't have to do this. He says, you know, he wants to leave and all that kind of stuff. And John Lennon tells Sawyer that we won't hurt your friend. And Sawyer, I mean, like the very first season Lost, he doesn't care about anybody else but himself. But I mean, he's really cruel this time. He says, "He ain't my friend, and I don't care what you do with any of them." He's like, "I'm out of here." I mean, he's really bad this time. It's getting pretty crazy. I'm not going to touch on everything about Kate in this episode because you guys should know already if you've seen enough of my videos. I'm not a big fan of Kate. She's a... But, anyways, what I wanted to talk about was Jack definitely still has feelings for Kate. He tells her to be careful when she goes out to the woods with the others to try to find Sawyer. And then we see Sayid strapped down to the table, and they're gonna, you know, make sure that whatever they think he's not. I don't know if they think maybe he's the smoke monster or maybe he's a reincarnation of Jacob. I don't know, but the things that they put him through is it looks like they take some ash and blow it over his stomach to see if maybe it burns him or what it does to him. I'm not sure. But then they take he puts the little, you know, electrocution things on his stomach or whatever, and it looks like they electrocute him. But it also seemed like when he was cranking that thing, maybe it had something to do with like the sonar fence, how the sonar fence keeps out the smoke monster. I don't know. That's just my theory. And then they electrocute him, of course. And then the last thing that he does is he takes that iron and burns the crap out of him. I mean, man, that must have been painful. But John Lennon, I hate calling John Lennon, but I don't know the guy's name. He says, he tells him, you know, Sayid asks, "Why are you doing this?" And he tells him, he's like, "We had to be sure, you know, it was a test." And he says, "A test of what?" And he's like, "Don't worry, you passed." Now, the part where Kate pulls up and Claire's sitting at the bus stop on the bench. Now, if it was me or you, I don't know about you, but if I seen the same person that held a gun to my face and told me to get out of a car and I seen them pull back up, I think I'd run the other way. So Kate and Jen are walking through the woods with the others. Well, with two of the others. Justin, I'm guessing his name is Aldo, or Alda. And he keeps, the black guy, Justin, he keeps giving him like little tidbits of information, not really realizing what he's doing. But it was kind of funny because Jen asked, about, do you know anything about another plane landing on the island? And that Justin guy, he does know about this other plane. And then the white guy, he keeps telling, he's like, Justin, shut up. I thought it was really funny. And then like when Kate almost stepped in front of that wire, that would have been one of Russo's traps, and Justin, the black guy, says, he's like, oh, Russo's been dead for years. That wouldn't be one of her traps. And the white guy, he's like, Justin, shut up. Jack walks up to the door that leads into the Kung Fu guy. And there's two guards in there. Jack says, get out of my way. And they look at each other and they move. I thought that was pretty funny. And then the guy, John Lennon guy, standing there with a book. And closes the book and he says, hi, Shepard. We was hoping you'd come in on your own. It's like, how much do these guys know about these people? Like, is their whole lives been surrounded just by that first plane crashing? I mean, there's got to be, something's going on. Asks, did I say something funny? And the guy says, John Lennon guy says, I doubt it. He doesn't have much of a sense. How is Jack going to redeem himself? Just by giving Sayid a poisonous pill. Doesn't make any sense to me. Hurley asks Sayid, so, you're not a zombie, are you? Alright, so Claire meets the woman that she was supposed to give up her baby to, but her husband left her. Now she doesn't want the baby. What's it mean that her husband left her? Did somebody get to him to make him leave her, or what's going on here? So Kate gets Claire to the hospital with her contractions starting, and take her inside, and Kate finds a doctor. Guess who the doctor is? Ethan. I was like, oh my god, I couldn't believe it. But the thing about this is it was weird. It was like he was supposed to be there or something, because he asked her if she's ready, she can have the baby today. If not, they can try to stop the contractions. But I didn't know of any doctors that would do that. I mean, if it's time to have your kid, I didn't know that they'll stop it. I thought she was about due anyways. But another thing is, Ethan says, I think this baby's going to be a handful. So Jack gets his answer about the pill after he tries to swallow it. It's poison. Right, so what's ever happening to Sayid has already happened to Claire, Jack's sister. What's that mean? Alright, so what does claimed mean? Leave your text comments below, or leave me a video response. I'd appreciate it, guys.